We're heading out to a flip property that we picked up just a few weeks ago. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get out here before the contractors started work. We've actually got a little bit of work done. I think demos started or maybe even completed, but I did want to get out here and tour you through the property. This is one of those that we will be doing full flip top to bottom on. Hey, I figured better late than never to get out here and tour you guys through this property. And also, I think I actually might have some older footage from my project manager on this particular house that showcases kind of what it looked like before we even trashed it out. So if I can round that up, I'll make sure to splice some of it into the video here for you, because this thing was pretty nasty. So it should make for some really cool before and after footage and a pretty massive transformation on this thing. So I'm excited about this one. So as I'm getting closer and closer to the property, just kind of driving through this neighborhood here, it's definitely a little rougher than I was expecting, which is never a fun surprise. There's a lot of houses around here with some deferred maintenance. We got commercial kind of close by, which is also not ideal. I'm seeing a lot of just kind of scratch and dent houses that are not in the best of condition, which obviously can affect the resale values. Now, that doesn't necessarily kill this deal. Again, it does affect the resale value, which then ultimately affects the overall profitability of the deal. Guys, if you're new to the channel, we buy a lot of houses. Some of them are super easy, quick flips. Some of them are full-fledged, massive renovations. And sometimes we go out to these properties and we're just trying to figure out, man, did we even make a good buying decision here? So either way, it's always a fun journey to follow along with, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Unfortunately, the bad neighborhood isn't the only surprise that we've had with this place so far. Oh my gosh, please don't tell me this is surprise number 3. All right, so I just pulled up to the house and I'm immediately noticing something that I was not aware of when we made the purchase. At least I think I'm noticing something. I'm hoping that my eyes are playing tricks on me, but we're gonna go find out now. Oh my gosh, I am really hoping that I'm wrong about this one. Okay, so let's go check this out. This is our beautiful house right here. And what I just noticed when I pulled up, gosh darn it, it's a brick house. It's not even brick, it's concrete. All right, that pisses me off. Unfortunately, my eyes weren't playing a trick on me. We have a concrete house. I didn't realize that was the case when I bought it, and this absolutely matters. In this area, whether it's a concrete house, any sort of like cinder block construction, anything like that, it's more of an uncommon build type, and they do not yield the same value that a traditional stick-built house would yield. So unfortunately, this is definitely gonna negatively impact the end resale value of this house. And I don't know the exact deduction that we're gonna have to make given the concrete construction of this thing. Could be 5%, could be upwards to even 10% of the overall resale value of the home. And when you're flipping a property and you're only looking to make a 10 to 15% margin of the end sales price, a mistake like this can completely tank the entire project. Man, that's not good. And what pisses me off most about this whole thing is this is surprise number 3 on this house. We were surprised by the neighborhood when I pulled up. I've now been surprised by the construction type of the house, and there's yet a third surprise that took place on us. I know about it now. I was informed of it from my project manager. We're gonna talk about that next. So the third surprise that took place on this property is behind me right here. So as you can see, there is no garage on this property or carport. And the reason being is we actually had to tear it down. Originally, when we bought this house, there was a giant carport on the side of the house here that would fit 2 cars easily. Once we bought the property and we got our construction crews over here, we actually realized that the integrity of this structure was too far gone and we were not able to salvage it. So we literally had to tear it out. And I don't know if it makes sense to reconstruct anything or construct a new carport or a garage. I really don't think it does. It's kind of a lower end neighborhood. I don't think it makes sense financially to do that. But again, that's just another value hit on our end sales price. So man, this deal is just beating us up. With all these surprises, it just means we're gonna have to execute super well on this thing, maintain a very, very strict and tight budget if we want to make any money on this property. Let's go inside, check out the interior of the house, see where the construction crews are at, and also check out the layout. Fingers crossed there's no like functional obsolescence on the inside. But let's go take a look. Okay, so as I walked in the front door, we just kind of have our standard living room area here. So far, so good, nothing too crazy. Online, what I'm seeing is this is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house, roughly 1,000 square feet. So again, I'm really hoping nothing crazy pops out at us here. But it looks like we have a living room here, which flows into kind of a standard small dining room. Very normal for this era of house. This was built in the mid 1940s, which then it looks like it goes over here into just kind of a small galley kitchen here. Nothing too crazy here. Again, small house, appears to be built on a slab. Man, I really wish I would have made it out here to tour you guys even before we made it this far. So looks like the crew is clearly done with demo, right? The kitchen has been fully demoed out. Bathroom here, fully demoed as well. Again, if I can find some of the previous footage from my construction manager on what this place looked like before and the amount of crap that was left behind, I will absolutely splice some of that in so you guys can see what it looked like when we first took possession of the house, because it looks beautiful compared to from what it looked like previously. So guys, going into bedroom, just kind of bedroom number 1, standard bedroom here, pretty straightforward. Again, 2-bed, 1-bath, 1,000 square feet. Not too much can, I don't even want to say go wrong here. As far as the layout goes, usually they're pretty straightforward. And then, so this is bedroom number 2, decent sized bedroom, which is good. So there's not really too much more to show on the interior of this house. Like I mentioned, we already have our construction crew picked out and assigned to this job. So from here, things should move along fairly quickly over the next few weeks. This is one of those deals where we may not have made our money on the buy like we typically like to do. It's gonna be made on our rehab and how well we execute and how tight of a budget we can stick to. So all in all, at the very least, this one's gonna be interesting. You're definitely gonna wanna follow along because at this point, this one is a complete question mark in my mind as far as how this thing's gonna go. I'll be posting some future progress videos on this house. We'll get into the numbers side of things as well, and also obviously show the progress that we're making. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss when the follow-up videos drop. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one. See ya.